Hey, what's up, everybody? Give us just 1 second to get organized, and we'll be right there. So we were muted that whole time? Ha! Great. So, sorry about that. Let me explain. What do you need?
One of those.
We are trying to get caught up, and we were behind. I was talking away like we were just having a discussion. So, we'll start over, and let's do this again. I'm going to wear the purple glasses because I know it makes people mad, and that's why I'm doing it. But I want to give a shout out to the lab. He did a very inspiring live just about how things probably should be a better way of dealing with certain things in true crime and when these attacks. So it made me revamp this whole live I was going to do. It made me really just relook at things and go back to kind of the things that I hold as morals in my life in the better way. Can you move that? So you can get
Can
them
you
out.
take those glasses off?
No, I will not.
I don't like them.
I will not.
on.
Will not. Will not. There's a reason why, and you'll know.
I know why. I'm just saying.
Oh, my seat won't go up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like this with me on the stool. We're gonna have to get my other chair.
I'll do this for you. I'll put them on my forehead.
Yeah, that's at least a little bit better.
All right. It's just talking away. That's what happens sometimes. So you got to start getting on the ball sooner because, like, you come in here,
still plugging stuff
no, when you come in, look, it makes this whole thing go.
Oh, okay.
Every
all
time.
my fault.
Green screens falling, pop spilling.
All my fault.
Oh, look.
But you ain't got half the stuff.
Oh, wait till we see to this these screenshots because I just allegedly abuse you so much.
Oh my gosh. Why do you do that?
I don't know. I'm so sorry. I can't help myself. That is a joke.
That I was aware,
that is false, and I'm going to show you that.
So, and by the way, I just want to say this. When I said that he makes me leave to go eat and kicks me out of the room, I was joking. I mean, he does get annoyed, so I will just walk off in there because I'm like, if I'm going to eat, I want to eat, I'm going to eat. And so that's for real.
They took it to the extreme. It's okay.
People have like no sense of humor at all.
So that's what we're going to get into. The way I revamped this is...
Are we going to talk about this, dude? Please
we will. We'll talk about that. But so I'm going to talk about this is mass cyberbullying happening in true crime, and it's got to stop. You know, as far as even with the false accusations on me, especially saying that I'm in active addiction and that it's what this my weight loss is from. Nobody ever asked, "Hey, is your health okay? Going through anything? Did you want to lose weight? You eating better? You doing this stressed? Your grandmother passed?" It's a combination of a lot of things, but I can assure you, it's not the one that I'm getting accused of. So I did a whole little presentation about this, and I'm going to pull it up for everybody. No, there's people in here doing it. Look, I've got it. I'm going to run an experiment when I see the trolls do it. So we'll point it out. It's going to be good. You are a nasty
Yeah.
person about Karen. I know. The worst.
awful.
The worst. What's up, Scott H? Sent y'all a screenshot where they acknowledge that it's all baseless, but they're doing it out of spite. Oh, are you for real? I
Oh,
didn't find that one, but I've got a lot of their other ones. But I'll pull that up here.
where did
Would you send it to Instagram?
okay?
I believe. So the ones I do have screenshots, I'm just going to show you who's behind a lot of this.
You're gonna have to scoot over.
I have to scoot over a little bit this way because I'm like completely.
Well, I'm gonna fall off with my chair.
Let me back this up a little bit.
Every night I'm sitting here like.
Oh, there's a little better. That's a
my
little better.
hair's still.
So bullying, that's what I'm calling it. Just my ADHD. I will go so
care.
far out off track
I
if
don't
you.
care.
You got to.
I don't care.
So I believe it's not accusations that one is using without total proof. So for me, Cam, sorry, I have some. Look, it could have been saying, what if I had a health issue that had came up and it was something serious and I hadn't talked about it publicly?
Right.
That's what we're getting into. That's why I made this, and I think y'all will appreciate this. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. Probably have to make it full screen. Hold on 1 sec. Okay. I don't know if I can zoom it, but I'm going to read it. I tried to highlight it for. Oh, thank you, Avery Shannon.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Love your coverage and how you cover Summer in a classy way without exploiting her. Y'all rock. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
That does.
Yeah, and I saw what they got passed. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get up close to read these. I tried to make them big. I don't know why they came out small like that. So can y'all see them? Can you read them? Let me know if y'all can read those.
Down like that because you're not.
I'm not. I got it on full screen so they can't even see.
Okay.
All right. Let me know if y'all can read it. If you can, then I'll go with it. Hey, Sun Beach, did you see Summer's name in the title anywhere? No, you didn't. Because it's not about Summer. We would be titled about Summer. That's why she's not titled in that. And just like the claims from Laura when she made it on us about this these false accusations, Summer was never in the title on that live. Never tagged her anything. Because I don't do it if I'm not talking about it. Even I don't do it even sometimes when we do go into talking about the case. That's a good thing to look for, though. So from now on, when people come at us with these false claims in the chat, I'm going to say, I really hate to hear that you're going through that. Because then I'm going to flip it around, and then we'll just consistently make you feel like that falsely. Then that might change people. And then, like, every time somebody sees you in the chat, in another chat, they can ask you, how is your addiction doing? Let's kind of flip the script. Let's see how these people feel that come and ask people that. Just ask them that everywhere you see them. If you see a mask somebody else falsely, say, how's your addiction doing? Are you still snorting? Are you still doing this? Oh, Iceman, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude to them. I'm just on a trying to get a tangent without being rude, without getting my emotions. And because when I start reading these, it's gonna get rough. Yeah, see, that's the pit bull mama. I understand. I don't feel comfortable doing that to people, but that's obviously what it's going to take in this community to make it stop. When people finally are like, man, people are really saying that about me. Do they think that about me? And I'll get into that with these slides. Those idiotic people telling rumors and lies on y'all will get karma. Well, it's going to go deeper than that because I'm going to show you in these screenshots right here. And thank you again. I'm going to show you where they call for a mass CPS reporting on us. I'm going to show you the people that stood against it, said it's not right to go real life. The people that, because that's what this bullying and what it, and when we get into these slides, you'll see where I'm getting at. What cyberbullying could do to somebody potentially that's not used to it, that can't handle it, that hasn't been through it for months and months and months. It could literally cause them to
Do something very
to
drastic.
unintentionally overdose anything. If you're saying, oh, you're an addict, especially somebody that has dealt with addiction.
Yeah.
They might just say, well, I'm getting accused of it all the time. I might as well. And do something drastic. It's not, I don't believe this at all. What do you not believe, Leander R? Please explain. What do you not believe? No, I feel better. I'm glad I've lost weight. I feel better about myself. I'm proud. I feel better to look at myself in the mirror. I feel better physically. That's what it's about. Hey, Chasing, what's up? Yeah, bullies are cowards. They're people that lack feeling. And that's what we're gonna talk about. So if y'all can read these screenshots, it says the first one, this subscriber, and this is on I believe this is either in Laura's chat, Perplex Q's chat, or the other creator, which no, it's in AB's, I believe. So it says, gasping pearls, scam is on drugs. Just kidding. Figured that was the case all along. This is her chat, and when you see the name that's in here around the middle of it, you'll understand. Why you always crying? Why you always lying? This one other person says. Jody Sue. Here's Jody Sue in here. This is what she says. I may be trash, but I'm not on lives tweaked out, nor have I ever partied or hung out with C&D on 110 Ben Hill like cracking cases. Who, by the way, helped terrorize my kids, plus used my facts and info to make money on. Okay, so let's address that one first. Nobody, I assure you, has ever terrorized your kids from this house. Never. First time we ever spoke about your children, not plural, singular, your child who is an adult over the age of 19, I took up for him and you attacked us. That's the first thing I want to cover. Second of all, nobody's stealing your facts, I assure you.
Yeah.
You haven't stayed on topic one time and it switches daily. And it's hard to know what to believe. So believe me, nobody's using your facts, and I don't see how they could make money on it. Well, you do with the false things. Make tons of it over there very quickly. Don't shy away from that. Yeah, this, I want you to see whose name is in this and who is always seems to be in the middle of all this. It gets worse. Hold on. Look at how thin his face has gotten. He's on that one drug, starts with an M. Cheesecake Mafia. Jody Sue is not a suspect. Nobody is. Everyone is a person of interest. There's a big difference. Well, if you want to be technical about it, what Sheriff Lawson said was there are no persons of interest. Everybody is a suspect.
Right. The other way around.
Other way around. Now, he might have said it backwards, but that's how he said it, and he hasn't changed it.
Yeah.
So, no, therefore, you're wrong. Let's go to the next one. This person, bee's knees. Using together, not a good look. Go on down. I do not believe this is somebody in support, and I appreciate you, Kiki Lowry, if you're watching. I do appreciate it. I do not believe they're doing drugs. I do not agree with Laura. This is stupid. People need to worry about themselves. She sure ain't perfect. AB says somebody not addicted and using does not get triggered like this. Wasn't triggered from this. What makes people get angry is what we know comes after. You are there for AB calling for people to falsely and mass report people to CPS over a video that shows nothing. That's the problem. That's cyberbullying. That's, we'll get to that too. I went to Laura today and I went to her first in her chat and I said, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I was trying to be nice. So I just wanted to tell you the repercussions of the false accusations you made about us. You want to say triggered? She got triggered, and I've got it. I screen recorded, let you hear what she said. I'm not going to play her clip, but I'll play the audio. Brittany says, "Stop the CPS calling. There's children that need CPS on real cases." And then somebody wants to throw, he's a phony. Mobbing is what I put on this one. Samara S, also somebody awesome. Do not call CPS on them. Brittany, okay, this has to stop. Maybe he is. Maybe these cases have gotten to him. But Laura doing this does what? She's saying, hey, look, I don't even care either way. But what does this prove? What does this do? He just got new teeth, all I know. Somebody said. I put a question mark. Hold on a second. Let me add this real quick so I can. These two, this one, are the only ones that are new because they got knocked out. But I don't understand what that was supposed to mean. I hope you see where I'm going with this. I'm calling it out for what it is. There's proof behind it, and this is a problem. It's not a good thing. Okay, so
Sorry.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. He is so angry. AB then says he is so angry. Behavior characteristics of somebody using it. Very short and confrontational. No, I actually went over there on that panel and shut her down. You can see the clip. It's on a video. Might show that in a minute. Don't call CPS. Wow. Phoebe Beach, thank you for trying to stand up against this. You see already how many people are saying, whoa, stop. Don't do that. Don't call on people. Don't go real life. That's the problem. And AB, I'm sorry. This attacking people and doing this to people, that reign of terror is going to stop. Because I'm going to speak out about it till it does. Till it gets stomped out like this smoldering ash. That reign of terror is done. It needs to stop. You're going to end up doing something to make somebody hurt themselves. You're going to end up doing something and scarring a child over something that makes just because you're angry about something or you have a chip on your shoulder about it. Goes for many reasons that people do this to people. It's sad. How about uplifting somebody that might have an issue that you see? Hey, bro, can I do anything for you? Let's talk about this. Not publicly. If there's something we can do to help, let us help you. How about doing that? Thank you again, Josh, from the lab, for what you said earlier. It did inspire me. It made me think. This one here, it just says, oh, that's the other one. This is the same one. Stop the CPS calling these children. Yeah, I already showed that one. Hold on. A bully is a person who has never learned. That's what that says right there. Who has never learned. This one here. Blame shifting, check, he says, AV says. Then people started calling Jody Sue Brown out for her stuff. Jody Sue, allegedly, they didn't say allegedly, said sold that one drug that starts with an M. Jody Sue Brown says, Christine, your ignorance in Kool-Aid drinking is showing. First of all, I don't even know if you're using that in the right context. Do you even know what the Kool-Aid drinking thing, that refers to people that did mass, those religious cults that had their followers drink the Kool-Aid and pretty much commit mass, the S word. Why say that to people? Your Kool-Aid drinking is showing. Moonshine. You should have seen him on White Rabbit channel. He is so excited over sunglasses. Look.
What's the problem with that?
You damn straight I am. It's because they're Oakleys and they're purple. And I'm going to wear them to the vigil. That's why I was excited. Also,
sometimes when people get new stuff, they get excited.
Yeah, I was excited about a lot. And I actually maxed out a credit card like an idiot over these sunglasses. So yeah, I'm going to be excited. I should be wearing them to bed in the morning everywhere I go. I should wear them everywhere.
At least on your head like that.
At least some. I mean, really? He was so excited in White Rabbit. Don't, please, guys, be careful. Do not get excited over things that make you have a joy in your heart. Please do not. Because somebody will be there to call you out on it and say you are wrong. Be happy about what you get. Don't let these people make you be like,
I got new sunglasses.
I'll talk pop. Yeah, I said talk a papa head. I don't even know what I was saying. Talking puppet heads is what I was trying to say.
Talk a papa. Oh yeah, purple's Cam's favorite color too.
Yeah, it is my favorite color. People know. That's why you see a lot of these background stuff with purple. It's not because of her. I like purple.
You know when I found that out? When we were planning our wedding. And we were trying to figure out what colors to use. And he kept saying, purple, purple. I want purple.
I'm not shy about it. I've always liked purple.
I know. I love it. I love that you love purple.
Gloria, there's 3 of them. There's 2 at Warriors State Park. One's at 6 p.m. 2 of them are 6 p.m. And there's one at the sheriff's office in Hawkins County. What?
Well, we have to find out more details about the one.
I'm talking about going Chroma Mama and them. Yeah, that's the one I was discussing. Let's see. And we're not going to bash any other creators. We're just calling it out for what it is. I'm bringing you factual things on what they're doing. Tell them to stop this falsely reporting people and mass reporting people to CPS. I'm going to go into how I dealt with that here in a minute. And how I dealt with the last one as well when this happened. And then we're going to play Laura's reaction to when I just tried to be nice. Full screen layout. Okay, there we go. I'll get more details as we go on. Chasing, stay for a minute. Don't go nowhere. I need you for a minute. Summer's face on it, hypocrite, and then you don't show your kids. How dare she shake my head? Who did you just tell people to call CPS based on falsehoods? Shake my effing head. Wow. Thank you, Lady R. And then, are you freaking kidding me? Real lifers. People were upset about that. I was proud to see that.
Yeah.
I was very proud to see people doing that. So this is the next one I made. Falsely claiming somebody's an addict. And I did this on purpose. I wanted to make this. So here's the weight loss person. Question mark. Here's this little fella over here with his lines.
You can't see him though because of the...
I'll take that logo off real quick. There he is. And then this, this is how people, are you snorting? Go snort that. Go do that. She started something. So when I addressed her, I said, hey, What are you saying, Chasen? Come in here. Let me give you a link real quick. Here, I want to get your point of view for sure. There you go. Hope you can come up real quick. I want to talk to you anyway. Because I wanted you to get your input on that video I sent you earlier that was allegedly supposed to be us before we were
Right.
YouTubians. Go to the next slide. So the next slide, I just got, doing that to people could lead to this. And I didn't know International Overdose Awareness Day was 31st of August. Did you know? I didn't know that. So that's awesome. Gray, we're not talking about that tonight. That's why I didn't title it. But I've also been covering a guy's case out of Tazewell, Virginia, and they were Richland, Tazewell County. Hey, Jason. I wanted you to say, I didn't know how to read that, but what do you think?
No, I was just saying that if creators are worried about other creators, email them, reach out to them. A different creator has a phone number to contact them somewhere. Somebody has something where they can, if people are actually concerned that you guys are whatever, don't go on a live stream. You don't know who's listening. You don't know what some people in your chat are capable to do.
Right.
You really just don't know. And
It's
causing that, and people are acting like, well, we're not causing anything. Well, no, you are causing things because you're saying it to hundreds, if not thousands of people. And that does cause things. People do listen to what you're saying.
Creators have influence too. And they when a big somebody that was calling for the mass CPS call, they do influence their people. People do what they want them to do. When they say do something like that, they're going to do it.
It's scary. I mean,
it's
crazy to me that even this is even going on. I didn't know
Laura
what
had
you were
our
going to be
number
talking about when you came on, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's why I didn't title it anything, and I made sure because she also tried to say quit snorting when you're talking about Summer and have her name in there. First of all, her name was never on that live. That was talking about my past. That's another reason I probably got heated about it because I was doing something important to me to help others. I felt, and
I went back and listened to it and was like, okay, what is this supposed to be? And I scrolled through to see when. Now, if people don't watch you guys often, they don't know that Allie watches the chat on her phone. That's why she's always looking down. I can text Allie, when people said I was trying to run your show, remember?
Oh God.
I would message into the phone, and I knew Allie was watching at all times because you don't have 80 mods like a lot of people do. So I know what she's doing. And I also know when your kids come in and you can clearly hear them. You hear their voice right before you shut off the camera. So I'm just like, what? Sniffing what?
Sometimes I don't do it fast enough because they come in just like,
yeah, I know.
And, and it's hard, but that's, I try to do that to protect them. And when I tried to explain that, I mean, even today I went over there and I said, listen, I just wanted to tell you what you did caused this and this. Immediately started screaming. Calm down. I was like, whoa. And she was like, but that ain't my fault. I can't help what AB did. I said, what you did led to that.
What he did.
Take ownership, take accountability. If you think that, she's like, you're just making yourself sound guilty. You're just guilty. I'm like, I'm in the chat. You're talking, screaming. How am I?
Guilty guilty of what?
Of her, what she said we were doing. And even her own mods were like, I didn't see what Laura saw. I was like, wow. So I'll tell you how I dealt with this one. The last time it happened, I took their own videos of them conspiring. and sent that to CPS beforehand. And they sent it to me and said, thank you for the heads up because this wastes our time. This time I went down there when they did. I went there and I said, here, this is everything. I told you that we are content creators. This would happen. I said, can I have a piss cut, please? They're like, why? I said, no, I want one now. Give me one.
Wow.
And I peed on my own for them. And I don't have to be public about that, but I did.
Yeah, no, you don't. I mean, this has turned into a circus. It's turned into a circus. Sorry, I've got to get Lola and Aries so they don't attack my child because he has a ball. Come on.
But this could lead to somebody doing something like
Awful.
if somebody's not used to this that was had passed an addiction. What if they were like, well, everybody thinks that about me again anyway, and they just go and get back into it, and their tolerance isn't up, and they accidentally OD.
Well,
Something.
Since I've been on here, I've probably heard of 3 or 4 people who've passed away.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been, one they think was a drug overdose. There have been 2 heart attacks, but these are in younger people. I don't know. I mean, what are people involving themselves in? And they were all in some kind of stressful situations. I mean, of course, they could have had health issues or whatever. But we know a lot of people on here are not stable. Look at some of the comments and some of the things people say in chat. Sometimes you got to be like, wow.
I thought Josh from the lab did do this. It was good earlier. I want to listen, but he's right about this. Most people on here, we don't have to worry about, like, if you're in real life, you hold back because somebody might put hands on you for saying something. So, there's not that here. But still, people that were raised better should know that, hey, I have that air. You know that you don't say certain things because you can't take those things back. But it don't matter here because it's like, oh, I can say the worst things that I want to with no consequences.
No, the internet gives people that, even though, we may see their face, we may know who they are, they still feel somewhat anonymous or untouchable. Especially, there are a lot of people, I swear, in the chats, and it's no offense, but there's no way. Some of the things I read in chats, I'm like, gosh, is this what we're dealing with here? Because there are some people who are just mean under some of the videos. You go through the chat section, the comments, whatever, and it's just crazy. It's crazy. And, I went live yesterday or the day before, I don't even know anymore, on the other channel, and they're trying to catch me up. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to know. And then today, I had downtime. Jace went out to play, and I start catching up, and I was so disheartened to see what's going on. I was just like, wow, I shouldn't even try to catch up. This is depressing, actually.
And did you notice the comments? How many people really thought on that video sent you?
Yeah, the one that you sent me, that people are saying that that's Allie.
And me?
So I saw that video actually, like, right after it was uploaded. One of my friends actually from work, where I'm a real nurse, she had saw that, and she
don't ever say you're a real nurse.
It looks nothing like you. And then whoever that teenage boy with acne is,
that is Nick Sherfy. Yeah. That is Nick Sherfy. Sherfy Senior's youngest son.
And that's his wife, Savannah, that they're saying that is me.
That's
so at the time when we filmed it, the first time, it only had like 100 views, and I was like, well, that's not even worth their time. And now it still only has like 1,000 or something.
But the people that were falling for it, I was like, yo,
people fall for it. And it's like, you sent it, I clicked, and I'm like, oh boy, what is it going to be? But it actually made me laugh. I'm like, dude,
I got a kick out of your response back. I was like, please tell me.
But people will be people who are like, yeah.
She said more to come on the reveal on cam next week. It's been 2 months.
3 months.
Stop it. This thing. I was trying to hit a fly. I hit my own self.
Is that an electric one?
Yeah.
Oh man.
One of
See,
the
we couldn't have one of those because we'd be like shocking each other.
like,
Don't say that. People already think you abuse me. Now you're
No.
talking about shocking me with a.
I literally saw that in another cam. You're so abusive.
oh, and you abused Ellie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm abused apparently, and I just have learned it since we started YouTube. I wasn't aware.
That's terrible.
Here, I'm gonna let y'all hear
My
just
hair
a
makes me
little bit of
ornery.
this. So
Oh, it's
I'm just,
I think I got a fly leg.
I'll let you. I'll let you go if you got some. I'm gonna play this anyway. You probably won't be up here.
Yeah, what are you playing? What is that?
Just when I went over there and just the reaction I got.
Oh, weird.
Just- you want to hear it?
No.
Okay, I figured you did, and I was gonna give you time to exit.
I've caught up as much as I possibly can, and this place is sad. It's a sad thing. Her, we all met because of Summer Wells, and her
Exactly.
one anniversary is coming, and I
You
know
know
the
what their
scream is
favorite word is now
at it, but
over
this
there?
is a nightmare.
You know what their favorite word is now over there?
Where?
Over on that channel. When I went over there this time, you're just trying to be relevant, Cam. I said, look, I was over there. I said that to y'all now. Now that's what I got mad and yelled, show. You can't use. They were like, she just pulled the Uno flip card on you, Cam. And I was like, you just flipped over on her back and can't get back over. That's why I said she ain't did nothing. Trying to twist somebody's words. Oh my God. They pulled the Uno flip card.
No, Uno flip card for you. We'll zap you with the zapper, lady. All right, off I go. Scott's here. And
all right. Well, see ya.
It's
What's
Cam.
up, Scott? All right, guys. Yeah, so I'll pull the reverse draw 4 wild card. Pick draw 2, skip. I don't know. I haven't played Uno in a long time. My Bluetooth, my things are hooked up here. Hold on. Let me play this real quick, and I'm gonna find a good spot just so I. Whoop! There's that Ritter Farm.
Hate me and trying to pin people against each other and trying to say that that I didn't like somebody. Seymour, if I wanted to give her name, I would have. So her name is Snatches.
Hold on 1 second.
If you can't figure out from Snatches, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I could kill that. Like Donna, that relationship ended over. But Snatches, I have been warned from has warned me, no, out Snatches. She is not, but at no point did I think that she would go so against each other. And
I'm trying to find the right spot.
I don't know. I truly
I tried to. It wouldn't let me pull it up.
I do not know why she would do this. And the only people that I can compare
Here, I'm gonna play it from right here so you can hear the reaction.
Natasha and Granny's watching.
When I first come in here,
watching thinks that Granny cracking cases. What are you talking about? Don't you have somewhere to snort or something?
There you go.
Granny's watching thinks that she's on Natasha's level, or that she, is an equal to Natasha on this, in the spectrum of YouTube. But it's not. It's not even close. That's kind of how I feel this other one was. This other person thinks that, yes, Pixie, that is correct. Thinks that what they're doing, trying to pin each other, I'm gonna get her, I'm some little peon.
This is Rich right here.
I've paid my dues on YouTube. Believe me, I paid my dues. I'm not some newbie. I am not some little peon. I don't think there's anything left to be done to me that hasn't been done. And I mean that 150%. Even to the point that somebody claims they called my insurance company. I mean, this is how in depth this has gone. 5 CPS calls. Talked about for 2 years. I mean,
She just
there's
said 5
nothing that can
CPS
be
calls
done
on her.
that hasn't been done already. So I don't know what game this person thinks she's playing, but I'm not some newbie.
I just want you to
I'm
hear
not
how they contradict and
idiot,
cover for
and
their.
I'm certainly not a fool. And as soon as I see how fucking shady you are, I was like, and I told people something's not right. But yet, these people still didn't come to me. You got it, Scarlett. Snatches for the snatch list. There you go. Don't say I didn't try to come over here and talk to you about it and not going behind your back. I don't operate like that.
That's me commenting to her in her chat.
Are used tells people? What are you talking about?
Melissa, who's full of poopy?
Cam, I got news for you. I don't know what fucking moron is telling you that. I've never, ever, ever said anything about CPS being called on you. Actually, quite the opposite. It was actually quite the opposite. I've said it that day, and I said it again. Do not call CPS on anybody. So,
actually, what she said was, don't call CPS on them until I've met them. That's what she said.
Yeah, let me meet them first before you do that.
Yeah.
Is what was said. And she's just talking about how she's dealt with 5 CPS cases. I want you to hear this because the justification, there's a reason for me playing this. It's not to hear her, and it's not to go back and forth. I want you to hear how this is justified towards people and how they make themselves feel it's okay to do what they do.
And no, we have not joined the drama community. I saw that comment.
This is talking about bullying.
Right. Well, yes, but this is about us. We are allowed to address things that are about us.
Especially when it's going real life.
Right. And affecting our children and my job.
Yeah, because there's other screenshots I had right there where they were saying that they need to go after her job and drug test her because she shouldn't be working at a hospital. That's what they said. Here you go.
Whoever's giving you this information, is it the same person I'm speaking of? Because, yeah, that never happened, Cam, ever. You can watch my videos. I have said quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. So I don't know who the fuck told you that, but that is a blatant lie. Blatant lie. So I'm glad you came over to talk to me because, yeah, that's a blatant lie. So sorry to interrupt the regular schedule of programming. I had to answer Cam. But Cam, yeah, that's a blatant fucking lie. Because I said multiple times, you want to do drugs, that's on you. Lots of parents do drugs around kids. It doesn't make them a bad parent.
What?
So no, never ever said that.
Did y'all hear that?
What I'm going to say is because people to mass report as CVS and target my job by what you falsely accused us. Kraken, Cam, nobody's mass reporting. Nobody is CPS.
I just showed y'all the proof of the match.
So I don't know what you want from me. I've said quite the opposite. Very much quite the opposite. So I don't know where this is coming from, but no, I've never told anybody to call CPS.
Let me slow down the chat for y'all.
Rebel City, that is not true. And if they're not doing anything, then what do they have to hide? I've had CPS call to me 5 times. It don't matter. There's not going to find out anything, so it really don't fucking matter. I thought your wife doesn't work.
Did y'all ever think this? Where did they get this? I thought your wife didn't work.
I thought your wife hasn't worked in months. I'm confused.
I haven't worked in A
Yeah, I would
month.
never say that.
Maybe not even a month.
Not
But
even
I
a
can't
month.
help what another channel does, Cam. That's not on me. Go take it up with that channel, not me. I got news for you. I don't hold that much power.
You just said
So
you're not
they're
a
not doing
peon.
it because of me. I'm sorry. I have no control over that.
You do, though.
Like, what I say is so important. Like, who am I? I'm nobody. So don't blame me for what somebody else does.
No accountability.
I don't even know what channel you're talking about because I probably
Oh,
don't watch them.
hold on.
Because
There's
if I
another.
did, I would tell them, don't call CPS.
She doesn't know what channel. You
I'm
heard
dead
that.
set against going real life. So you're barking up the wrong tree. Rebel, no, I didn't. Try again. That is not what I said. I never said they did it in front of their children. I never said you did it around your children. Try again. That's not what I said.
You said, I know lots of parents that
Let's
do
not
drugs
put
around
words
their
into
child.
what I said.
That's what she
A,
said.
I said do not call CPS, and B, I said do not. Lots of parents do drugs around their kids, or with kids in the house. So you're barking up the wrong tree. So then talk to AB. What the fuck does that have to do with me?
Look.
Like, for real. Then talk to AB. I have nothing to do with AB. Do you see me as a mod in his chats? No. Do you see me, being on panels with him? No. Why are you coming to me about AB? Go talk to AB then. Jeez. Cracking cases, so what are you so afraid of then? Like, what are you so afraid of then? If you have nothing to hide and you're not doing anything, what is the big deal? Honestly, I hate to say it like that, but it's true. CPS
Nobody
is
has anything to
annoying,
hide or I
but they
wouldn't
don't
talk
do
about it.
anything if there's nothing to get. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what else to say.
No accountability for her
Like
actions.
when CPS, all except the second call, when CPS came, they were just annoying. But they weren't going to find anything. They didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I mean, you're making it out like, did CPS come? I don't know why AB said that, but I don't control what AB does. Believe me, AB doesn't listen to me. So I'm confused. This has nothing to do with me. I do hate CPS callers.
What?
Watch what you do on YouTube. Laura just pointed out the obvious. Exactly.
The obvious.
And him openly talking about it on here when they're probably watching them. Nah, CPS doesn't watch them. CPS can't do anything if nothing is wrong. It's true. What are they going to do if nothing is wrong? They can't do anything.
Nobody's worried about that. It's what you put children through that don't deserve it.
If they legally have a prescription for pills, they don't fucking know how they take them.
Listen how look. That's it. That's all I'm gonna play. But she says she didn't know who did it. Then she knew the channel who did it. She goes farther on. This is the point I'm proving. This does take away from things that we're doing, and the whole true crime community is paying for it. Angel Talks Too Fast is not going to be part of the true crime community anymore. She's going over to another part of YouTube. She's not going to be here. They're running people off because that's what they want to do. If anybody is doing research and finding things and they're not in the middle of it or whatever you want to call it, if they're not getting anything out of it, they attack you. They make up false claims about you and they go after you. I'm calling them out for it because the bullying has to stop. It's making people leave. It's making people stress out and hurt themselves. It's making now somebody took my comment that I made earlier out of context. I didn't say it was bothering me. I said people that do deal with have had addiction in the past, if they get attacked like this out of nowhere, especially if they're like, hey, I'm going to make a YouTube channel and I'm going to be a part of this. I put my, I have a past, but I'm going to put it out there. But constantly getting attacked about it, that might cause somebody weaker to go and do something drastic. The reason I got upset is because I was telling my story about some things that happened in my past to help somebody. And that's when they picked the time. They didn't even know what our content was about because she didn't even watch. She just thought she saw something, tried to make an accusation, and then it won't own up to even, yeah, I probably shouldn't have jumped to conclusions.
Right. Without watching your content first.
At the least. Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. But then she continues to try to cover and justify her actions. Yet that video of us, she put behind a paywall, mind you. Immediately after it happened. It's gross, man. That's why I didn't title this. I can talk about this. Scott H got to do he ranted the other night on the things, and he went off on them. And I feel I was like, man, I need to do that. And that's what I was gonna do tonight. Like, I was upset. But I did watch The Lab, and he made a lot of sense. He was like, look, how we approach it makes a difference. How we go about things. So let's do it in a productive manner, and let's say this bullying has to stop. It's wrong.
And it's very wrong.
It's wrong. It's hurtful to people. I know of a few creators that I've met through us being on here that have dealt with depression to the point of hurting themselves, so on and so forth. And a lot, look, this is another thing I want to cover too. Nobody has attacked Jody Sue's children. She has came out with that narrative since the beginning. She yet is in a chat where she's there kind of instigating that people do call on other people's children. Joseph never called on your children, never sitting, never went out of my way to even go around where you were, because you don't mean that much to me. But I will listen to things you say online, and I will compare them to things you said prior. And it's not just a little off, like, oh, it's a mistake. You drastically flip the script, and you have a cover story for everything. And it's always everybody's out against you, and nobody's doing right but you. It's a money. It's everybody else but you. But yet you're doing better than most creators in 25 minutes over there. And that's good for you. Blessings for you. But don't say this channel's doing, because we don't ask for a cent from anybody. Don't ask for super chats. Don't say, if people give them, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I ain't asking nobody for nothing. You don't see that. You don't see those links going through in my chat. Here's Cam and Alex PayPal. Here's Cam and Alex credit. It's not going up and down in my chat.
Because that's not what
we're here for. Stop. You're saying that everybody's doing this to you, but yet you're the one. I showed y'all proof at the beginning that Jody Sue's the one over there instigating people to do that to others. And then saying people are stealing her facts to make money. Y'all show me one fact that she's made besides she probably walked down that driveway once. Because I don't
even know about that, because she said that she couldn't even walk that day.
She's
that
also
her son was having to help her.
Also claimed she was the neighbor with the boys when Dawn pulled in at the bottom. That's not true. That was Blue Roof Dawn. Look, and I'll give Fred Hill this too. He knew that there was restraining orders taken out on Andy. He knew that way before we were all talking about it. And I'm sure Fred's not down there on his computer web sleuthing.
Yeah.
He's not. He tries to take junk cars off and stuff. He works down there. I found out. So we're gonna talk about some stuff with the case, and I'm glad. I had to cover this. It's got to stop, man. And if people aren't proactive, if people start doing this to you, and you're a creator or you're just a sub, and people do this to you, be proactive. Beat them at their own game. Outsmart them. Get them on conspiring. If in your state it might be a legal charge to falsely call on somebody, make a CPS report on somebody. That could be a legal charge against somebody. So know your rights. You might be able to get them at their own game, and then they don't know what's coming. And then when they do it to you, they all get legal charges. I believe CPS should make anybody that reports anything not be able to file a report anonymously. You should have to say your name. If you feel so strongly that something is happening, you should have to say your name. You should have to write your name and number down and then be held accountable. If there is nothing to even make, if they go and investigate it and there was nothing that even could possibly make somebody think what you claimed, then you should have to answer for that.
Well, in our state, speaking of charges, in our state, if you get caught one time filing a false CPS report, it is a misdemeanor. If you get caught doing it 2 times, it's a felony. So
Be aware, because I'm paying
aware.
attention. I'm paying attention, and I'm gonna make sure they hold you accountable. And I'm gonna ask them too. I'll be like, since we are in the position we are, is it possible that they have to report and use their name and phone number and verify it? That would be something. Wouldn't that be something? And then when you made 2 of them, you might end up with a felony. Oh, then who has a background? You got a felony? By the way, when you do falsely report on somebody, it is a big deal. That stays on their record, on their CPS record for 5 years. A report, even if there's nothing to it, that still stays on that somebody called and they had to come out and look at your house, your kids, and everything.
And it's a big deal just because you shouldn't put children, innocent children, through that.
Under a microscope, being questioned
right.
like they've done something wrong or their parents
Yeah.
have when there's no call for it.
It's just ridiculous.
Yo,
Their whole
what
internet went
happened?
out.
Everything just stopped. Phones. I was trying to connect to get this back on my phone. That didn't happen. Wow, it's a sign. They have the power. They're like, cut their internet off. They're talking too much about what we do. Report their internet.
Report there.
Everybody got fiber optics.
Women have more fiber optics. Than
Yeah,
men
women
do.
have more fiber optics than men do. Yeah.
Don't
Fiber
they,
optic
Alan?
fiber optic opportunities than men do. Yeah, we're back though. Thank y'all. Hopefully the people come back in. We had a pretty good crowd going. It was a good one. I'm glad we were spreading the word. And of course it happened. Look, so what we talked about last night, why didn't we have this group last night, guys? Y'all missed so much. If y'all didn't watch last night's live, very good information on Summerwell's case and Richard Honecker case. The family was supposed to come on tonight. I'm sure that there's a lot of them that want to come on, and his wife was also supposed to speak on the Richard Honecker case. They haven't contacted me today, so I'm sure that something's came up.
But we are going to go over that a lot more, and they will be on here. Richard's family.
Yeah,
'Cause
100%.
that one, it just keeps getting kind of crazier and crazier with that. Just with the amount of people that have been found over there. It's just crazy to me.
Oh, I got to tell y'all something funny. I will tell you to the extent of what one creator tried to do. Speaking of my glasses, they were like, look in the reflection of his glasses. There is something white in front of him. I have an Amazon Alexa on the desk. I have a light right there that's reflecting. I have a Lysol can right there that's white.
We have a printer right here that has printer paper, which is white.
We have a mouse pad thing
Well,
that
it's
has
a-
white dots all over it.
It's a table pad that's black with white dots all over it. Oh my goodness gracious.
Insane. But they were trying to look, they were like, what do you see in the reflection of his glass? I was like, whoa. Wow. Also, this is that same channel you guys know. They came up on the panel with me and Chasing. If you followed us, I made I just let that person speak for themselves, and they were pretty just very mean person inside. I hope they're changing that. She's also the one prayed for our destruction, pretty much, and her
She
her
prayed
community.
for God to take care of us or something, she said. Which, I mean, that can be a good prayer.
Is that a big old bad crack pipe in your glasses, Cam? Dang, you could see it. Oh my gosh, it's funny.
Crazy.
Yeah, look, you ain't missing much. I think it is actually it's valuable information to me, this stuff. Because if we can stop one other person from going through this that doesn't know how to be preventative and go, if you don't have nothing to worry about, go to CPS when you hear about these people and go take the information on your phone because you have it. Unless they go hide it behind a paywall, screen record when they talk about you, go show them doing this actively. And their claims, and say, I showed them the video, and I actually showed a video from what was the channel that made it, that broke it all down, that video we had.
There's been a couple.
I showed them that, and they were like, really? I was like, yeah.
And we appreciate those channels that did.
I'm talking about the CPS people were like, really? That's what they're. I was like, yeah.
But I'm saying we appreciate the people that made those videos that were like, are you serious right now?
That big fat A4 paper size line. Harry Eddie. I can hear the rumors now. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. Makeup Monsters did a video for us too, but this one was it's in our community section. Can you see it? I might be able to pull it up here. Let me see if I got it.
Call it as I see it.
Call it as I see it. Yeah. That was the channel. They did a good job too. Don't worry about it, Becca Ramsey. If you don't know who it is, don't worry about it. Just somebody with a chip on their shoulder that feels like they just can talk about everybody and there's no consequences because they sit far away and they do their own things. They have a log in their eye, but they feel like, I've never said anything out of the way about him or to him, and that's just what they do. They've went so far to go protect. You look, Jody Sue's not cleared. They've never said she's cleared. Squaltick called as
last week?
2 weeks ago, maybe week and a half, 2 weeks ago, asked if she'd been cleared, and they said no. Everybody is still a suspect. That's what Hawkins County told her on the phone on a recording. You can hear it for yourself over on her channel. She wanted to judge you first.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Exactly. No, we didn't give her the opportunity to.
No, I think those are digital, just Mystic Angel. I think those are that his old picture had like I think it was like digital fake things he put over his face in that picture.
But he might
with that cigarette ain't or joint out of his mouth, whatever he had. Yeah, it's okay for them to do what they do, but God forbid somebody else do. They justify it. Is it legal in there? Is it decriminalized?
I have no idea.
I mean, I guess it's legal. Is it legal to sell seeds for cannabis and ship them across the United States? Is that legal? I don't know. But I'm not.
Places.
I don't judge him. I don't care what he does. That's his business. Mind your business. Do your content. Stay in your lane, and things will work out a lot better for you. I promise. Yeah, call it out when it's bad. You did right when you called out the stuff on Chase, on 423 Chase. You did right. Y'all did right. Even Tiffany Marie, y'all did right with that. You reported it. You put it out there for what it was. But I'm being kind with that. But you go after somebody because you saw a angle so you could attack. I was in AB's chat a week prior to this happening. And he was kind to us over there. Actually put a comment up. I was trying to be nice. Never did nothing to him. Now, when Tiffany started her stuff, because I literally said the same thing on her live as I did over on Squall's. And she flipped. When that happened, AB, all these other people came at me. And they were literally some people in Tiffany's chat that heard both things and still didn't say what's right is right. Didn't call it how they saw it. They would still be like, nope, that happened. It's what she said. What Tiffany said, that's right.
Because that is how much pull creators have.
They influence. If we have influence, if to say we didn't it's a lie. We have our subs. We have awesome subs.
We do.
And if we were to use it nefariously, people do what people they look up to want them to. Same, say my favorite rap artist or favorite musician was like, hey, I'll give you season tickets and a car, go do this. Elon Musk gave you a Tesla. I'd be like, yeah. I mean, same. People, if they have a little bit, they hold influence. The content you put out, these people come to you to trust you over. They trust what information you're giving them. Give something to back it up behind it, and it makes your credibility go up faster. So all these false accusations about us, this is what I'll touch on. When you have all these false accusations about people, it's funny that people continue to come over here still, and the channel grows because once these people hate and bash on us, they come over to check us out and they end up liking us because they saw, hey, look, well, they did back up stuff they said. They did have this. Now, I'm not speaking for all because I'm sure there's going to be a sweet many that are like, that's not what I did. But there is people, I've heard them in the chat, the comments, they've said that to us. And I appreciate that. When you can back up what you're doing, it's always better. So I got cut off. I was talking about our live last night. It was so good. Uh, y'all have to pay attention to what we were talking about. So Michelle Walks did a video today. I learned something I didn't know about Randy Haas, which is one of the SOs that was fired from his law enforcement job for committing these acts while on the job. He is married to allegedly married to Polly Bernard's cousin.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes sense to why they have an address on Lone Star Road. And he was sitting in her driveway using her Wi-Fi. What we covered last night on that live, if you missed it, was another law enforcement officer, formerly worked for Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at the time of his arrest federally as an RSO, worked for Kingsport Police Department. But when they stated in the news article that we shared and read last night that he had
formerly worked for.
No, he had. What's it when your
Well, yeah,
former
he had
boss gives you
formerly-
high credit?
I was getting there. Recommendations, or I can't remember what the actual word was, but he had formerly worked for Hawkins County, and they had gave high.
They
What was the
recommended him
highly.
And
Whatever the
he ended
word
up being.
is.
If you hear what this guy's name is, Richard Chandler. If you hear how bad of an RSO he is, and what they were doing, and the movies they were promoting on toddlers, you will see how bad in infants. That makes 3 RSOs. Sherfy Jr. is not convicted yet. He's not a registered, but he has pending SO charges, all for exploitation of a minor. They all have the same charges. Counting Frank Light, he has ties to these people. They all know each other. Sherfy's dad was law enforcement. Ties to Haas. I'm sure they worked at Hawkins County at the same time. The times matched up. I went over that last night, where all these people probably worked at the same time with each other. Why? Why is law enforcement? Why is there so many RSOs working for law enforcement around here? And why are they tied to Ben Hill and Beach Creek?
And seemingly tied to one person.
Hey, Killer Looks, check out that live last night, dude. You will get a lot of valuable information, I believe, out of it. If we covered it on the second part, first part is Richard Honey, but if you get time to check it out, please do on this Richard Chandler guy. And I'm still digging. I've got his federal court papers that were public after being sealed indictments that I'm going over right now on information about this case. There were multiple people from multiple continents involved. This was a message board. So Sherfy Jr. was using Snapchat and Instagram to get pictures of minors out there. This place that these people are using, and this Richard Chandler guy, is called Dreamboard, and they had to be a member of it, they had to push that content, that those images, and it was bad as making movies out of this material on babies. Sickening. This guy took the cake for being, and he was going, and listen, where did we say Randy Haas was going to use Wi-Fi in neighbor Polly Bernard's driveway. They even said something about Jody Sue's. I don't know that for a fact, but he had ties to her. She knew who he is. But this guy, Richard Chandler, was going to churches using their Wi-Fi. People in the community he was sworn to protect, neighbors, family members, stores. They had to, the newspaper said, to get his fix. That's the words they used.
That's so disgusting.
So the feds got in contact with. So how does law enforcement? This is how I explained it last night. These people know the loopholes in the law. They know how to catch people for breaking the law, but they also know how to prevent themselves from getting caught breaking the law.
Because they know how police catch people.
They know how to hide. So, but you mean to tell me that nobody saw any weird behavior with this guy? So you're telling me that you have law enforcement that is engaged in these activities, that is sworn to protect our children, that might come on a call for your child, see your child, and target your child. Law enforcement. That's 3 of them. 2. But son of a third. Why so many? That's scary. And it's pastors, the doctor, teachers, the doctor that did the R kit on Carly Trent when she was found, the other missing little girl, a few years prior to Summer going missing. The doctor that did her R kit when she was found was convicted a few years later of SA crimes on minors as well. What's going on? Look, it runs deeper. I believe we have a bigger problem at hand in this case. Telling you, I promise you, I believe that there is a bigger issue at hand. They encouraged the public to search in Carly Trent's case. That man, her uncle, that they knew who had took her. Mm-hmm. He had a vehicle. He could have left the state out of the area.
But they still let people go out in the woods and search for her.
Encourage people just to go search random places in the most rural mountainous areas. That's where she ended up being found too, on one of these properties that it took 4-wheel drive to get up there. But encourage the public on that one. Why not Summer's case? Is there something already known? Is there a ring that's getting that people is now, because it seems like it keeps unfolding more and more. We look into it. Why is Jody Sue taking up for Frank Light? Why does she know Randy Hass? Does she know this officer? It's a valid question. Do you know her? Do you know him too, Jody Sue? Because you know a lot of them. Is that not fair to say? They all have ties to you. You have been known to be friends with him. Do you know him as well? You said that your son, that Andy's behavior, you quote, allegedly, you said Andy's behavior was rubbing off on your son. That's out of your mouth, Jody Sue. Well, if you had other people like this around him, that's what it's hard to tell what he has seen. And that's sad. That is terrible.
I've seen some of the things that he was posting on social media as young as 17 years old.
Y'all saw the screenshots. Yeah, I showed you the screenshots of what was on his Facebook. Disturbing. Yeah, it is. It is, Killer. It's true. Yeah, the fact that she is friends with one of them is disturbing. Now, if Andy is the monster that you claim he is, but yet you cover for him when H says a name that is the same as his, and you say, no, we don't know why. I mean, you go out, you covered for this monster that supposedly just destroyed your life then. But then you say, oh, his tendencies are rubbing off on your son. What does that mean? What does that mean? If that's an issue, were you asking about a peeping Tom because of his behavior? You want to speculate even further? Did he do something and it's now calling out all this huge ring of sadistic, twisted people? And now he is called, saying, just speculating. And now you're trying to protect him because what's going on? You have all the answers. Where's the answers to this stuff? Because you've had an answer to everything else. Let's hear the answer for this stuff. Why you cover for RSOs? Is that normal behavior? I sure as hell ain't going to cover for one. I sure as hell ain't going to be a friend with one. If I know about it, they ain't coming to my house to eat supper, and I ain't taking up for them on social media in a missing child case. I'm going to say, hey, maybe you should definitely look at that person. Right? So I get heated about it. Everybody knows what happened to me at a young age. So I for one don't have no sympathy on RSOs at all.
But nobody should, in my opinion.
No, it's not. It's not something you go to rehab for and you're fine. These people are sick. They push that limit. They know what they're doing. This group, this officer that I spoke about last night, that I was just talking about, the Richard Chandler guy, that group went so far as to say that there should not be criminal charges against behavior of essaying children violently. They said shouldn't be any crime about it. It's in the news report. How do you believe that? Unless you are a twisted F.
Person.
Yeah.
That makes me sick to my stomach.
Here, you want me to show you? Let me pull up this clip. Give me 1 second. All right, here. Let me share this. So here's this sick gentleman. Ex-Kingsport officer connected to living horror. Child peace site. Largest U.S. prosecution of online child exploitation. I'm going to let this play so y'all can hear it.
An ex-Kingsport police officer who resigned nearly 2 weeks ago following his arrest on a sealed federal indictment out of Louisiana has been connected to an international online network accused of sexually exploiting children. Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Is arthritis pain keeping you on
Hold
the
on.
sidelines? Get
I gotta let it play through.
moving again with
Hold
the
on.
arthritis pain relief roll-on from
No, they
Green
can't,
Roads.
not-
Green Roads' unique
if
formula
I mute
uses
it.
proven
There.
ingredients to help relieve
turn
arthritis
volume
pain.
down.
It's their strongest roll-on yet. So
This'll
don't
be the
wait.
last time it
Get back
does
to living
that.
your best life today.
What's going
That's
on
gay.
with this?
Visit greenroads.com right now and enter code RADIO. New customers
It's
get
not loading.
30% off plus free shipping. Own the day with Green Roads.
There
Visit
you go.
greenroads.com. Coupon code RADIO.
A Wednesday morning press conference at the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C. announced 71 individuals have been charged in the case, the largest ever U.S. prosecution of an online international network engaged in sexual abuse of children. Court records involving the
froze?
investigation, dubbed Operation DeLego by federal authorities, were released Wednesday in the Western District of Louisiana's Shreveport Court. Operation DeLego by federal authorities were released Wednesday in the Western District of Louisiana's Shreveport Court. According to an indictment listing Chandler and 20 additional individuals, the suspects advertised and distributed child pornography on the Dreamboard message board from January of 2008 through the end of August 2010. Users were required to post child pornography in order to become a member, then continue to post images to remain in good standing and avoid removal. Rules for Dreamboard were reportedly printed in English, Russian, Japanese, and Spanish, listing specifics for pictures posted, including no girls over the age of 13. Children should be visibly distressed. Court records identify former KPD patrolman Richard Chandler as John Doe number 9 and by the Dreamboard username Almeida. The affidavit also lists child pornography files he's accused of advertising and offering to distribute. 2010 Sweet Babies in Bed, Hot Show. In April of 2010, Mule 2009 on June 7, 2010, followed by various sets 3 days later. Chandler is charged with conspiracy to advertise the distribution of child pornography and conspiracy to distribute child pornography. Following his arrest by U.S. Marshals on July 22, Chandler was jailed at the Washington County Detention Center in Jonesboro. On Tuesday, jail staff reported he was no longer held at the facility, adding they could not comment on where he had been transported as he is a federal inmate. During Wednesday's press conference in Washington, Attorney General Eric Holder touted Operation DeLego as the largest ever U.S. prosecution of an online international child exploitation network. Holder said Dreamboard was created and operated specifically to promote pedophilia and encourage sexual abuse of young children. Utilizing sophisticated techniques in an attempt to avoid law enforcement detection, Dreamboard's members allegedly traded graphic images and videos of adults molesting young children, often violently, and created a massive private library of images of child sexual abuse, Holder said. Assistant Attorney General Lanny A. Breuer added that, even for online child abuse forums, Dreamboard was extreme. To evade detection by law enforcement, all Dreamboard members were allegedly required to employ sophisticated online techniques to make themselves anonymous, such as using proxy servers and encryption programs, Breuer said. In short, Dreamboard was a living horror. Chandler is one of at least 2 people in the public eye to be charged in the investigation. A July 22 story from reporter Nicholas Persack of The Advertiser in Lafayette, Louisiana, identifies a Roanoke High School football coach as the first indicted individual to be publicly identified. The Roanoke Times adds Wheeler was hired as the head football coach of Perry McClure High School in June. Dreamboard's creators and members lived all over the world, according to the Department of Justice, and were united by a disturbing belief that sexually abusing children should not be criminalized. Federal agencies reported as.
Did you hear that? That it should not be criminalized. Can you believe that? Let's continue.
Assistance from law enforcement across the world, including Canada, Denmark, Ecuador, France, Germany, Hungary, Kenya, the Netherlands, Philippines, Qatar, Serbia, Sweden, and Switzerland. Officials say 19 suspects across 5 continents and 13 countries have been arrested outside the United States. Operation DeLego represents the.
So did you hear the countries involved right there at the end before I continue? If that's the case, and these sickos go real life and take a child, they could be anywhere. That's how their little networks, I assume, happen. They're everywhere. And they go by, so this is how they reference him in the federal government. He's John Doe number 9. And I'm going to just keep that in mind when I bring out the other stuff on him later on this week. Thank you, Candy Aldridge. I thought you were.
Largest prosecution in history of individuals who participated in an online child exploitation enterprise conceived and operated for the sole purpose of promoting child sexual abuse, disseminating child pornography, and evading law enforcement, Holder said. Already 13 of those charged have pleaded guilty, and 4 individuals have received sentences of 20 to 30 years in prison. The Department of Justice reports 13 of the 52 individuals arrested have pleaded guilty, while 20 of the 72 charged individuals remain at large. They are known only by their online identities, with efforts to identify and apprehend the suspects continuing. The city of Kingsport issued a press release Wednesday afternoon, with Police Chief Gail Osborne calling the allegations against Chandler deeply troubling and especially repugnant. Osborne says his department acted quickly when contacted by federal authorities, cooperating fully with their investigation, and will continue to do so. The release adds Chandler joined the KPD approximately 2 years ago, receiving high recommendations from his former employer. He previously served as a Hawkins County deputy, and many others.
Next article.
Chris Rock made a joke.
Did you hear that about Hawkins County? With high recommendations and many others, he said. Did he work for other sheriff's office? I mean, I'm sure he did move around a lot because he might get the heat on him. I'm going to transfer. 30 years. You don't tell me that there's something this deep going on and that we keep seeing multiple ones over the years. So Haas wasn't convicted till, I think this happened in around 2011, 2009. They updated this Times News report on 2020. So they're still taking it seriously.
Good.
Haas wasn't here. Let's bring his stuff up. And if y'all want to see something nasty on that, Sullivan County, you can pull up his whole affidavit, his whole everything on Google. And I suggest you do. Share that crap around because he's still out. He's out.
We went over that, didn't we?
Yes, Haas is out.
I believe, don't quote me on this because I just found it, but I believe that Mr. Chandler is getting out in 2032. which is 10 years from now. So,
Yeah. But Hass is out, and he's
in my opinion, people like that should not be getting out. That's my opinion. Others may not agree with me, but that's what I think.
You have crossed a line that you knew better to do. It's not a sickness.
No.
That is not a sickness. I'm sorry. People, there's doctors that try to sugarcoat that. You will never, ever convince me it's a sickness and that they can be fixed. They have communities in other states where they make them live in like trailer parks together. Yeah. Remember that documentary?
Yeah, we watched it.
Dude, I got so sick. So bad. Yeah, if FBI they do need to take this case over.
Ellie also
Look here.
70 kids in Texas and Colorado a few weeks ago and no arrests. Why?
Chasing just shared something. Is that Times News article? So I have all these links that there's a more updated one too I can show you. What is that one? Southern Baptist. That's the Southern Baptist list. So I'm going to play the other one of how this. Hey, Melissa. She just text. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this other one up. This is the same guy we just heard about. And it's a short one, so I'm just going to read this one so we don't have to listen to the ad. Court documents reveal Richard Chandler's neighbors and the people he was paid to protect unknowingly helped the former Kingsport police officer access Child P. Chandler is one of the 72 people indicted in the investigation involving an internet website known as Dreamboard. Investigators say the site encouraged sexual SA abuse of very young children, which included infants. Although Chandler had internet at his home, special agents said he relied on his neighbors and churches, businesses, and the people of Kingsport to get his fix. Court documents say Chandler accessed Child P by tapping into those unsecured wireless networks. The warrant names more than 30 locations that Chandler allegedly used to log into his accounts. That's all on that one. That's that freak right there. So insane, man. Insane. What was Hass doing? Using other people's internet. It looks like it didn't stop. And it looks like he got caught. Hass got caught on the state level. He got a little slap on the wrist. Chandler got federal level. 30 years ain't enough for what he was doing. Infants who said that there shouldn't be a crime against what they did.
Yeah, yes, there should.
That's what they said in that group. So, yeah, it's not even counting the ones that are not in law enforcement. But have you noticed all the ones that were surrounding Ben Hill have the same exact charges? Sherfy Jr. over 1,000 images. Using it on Snapchat and Instagram. Not a secret dream board where any of your children could see it. But his dad, who is law enforcement, said he made a mistake.
He made a mistake.
Mistake ain't the word for it, my man. Hold on 1 second. All right. Guys, I appreciate it. Look, if you don't care, put that touch DNA on that like button. It's one way free you can help this channel. That's all we will ever ask you for. If you don't want to, hit the dislike, hit the thumbs down. I don't care. Hit something. I'm trademarking that. Leave your touch DNA on it. I'm already doing the application. So Everybody thought it was good. I caught on. I was like, that's mine, dude. She said I was corny. I was like, no, it's catching on. You watch.
I said it was corny, but I didn't say not to say it.
Let's see here. There are so many just searching on Times News. Yeah, this area is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Will do. Give me 10 minutes. Sorry. That's Melissa. Of course. Right after I didn't think they were going to call. That's what happens to us. Last minute. So we might be on later. Who knows? I'm going to close that right now. Where it's at, hour and a half. Trying to keep the times down. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for sticking through the internet shutting down. What?
I want to say one more thing. We've said this the last couple of lives, but we keep getting emails about it. The whole thing about Dawn's sister Sonia being at their house.
Yes, here you go.
3 days before Summer went missing. That's not true. Not true. I spoke to her today.
Asked to her. That's what
right. That's what she says.
That's her statement on this. We had reached out to her and asked her.
Well, she had already told us once before that she had never met Summer in person, and I told y'all that. But she told me again today. I said, I just want to make sure I told that right. You never met Summer in person. She said, no, I never met Summer in person. I only spoke to her on FaceTime. And she said, I have not been to Tennessee, the state of Tennessee, since before my mom passed away. That's been a while.
That rumor, I don't feel like she would go that far to say she was, and if she was here. So, hey, we're done. 10 minutes. We're almost done. Give me just a minute. Okay.
And also, the other thing.
Chasing, we don't know where it came from. I saw Evil Exist, I think, had did it, posted a video on it. Another thing, Dawn is at Hawkins County Jail.
He's still at Hawkins County.
100% is held at Hawkins County Jail.
I tried to show y'all that on my phone last night. We never pulled it up on there, but
go to Vine Links.
Vine Link.
It's a website. You can put in a person's name and it will tell you where they're in their state, and it'll tell you where they're being held, what facility. Use that when you want to look up.
And they update their stuff daily, and well, more than daily, because we have seen before in things.
Is this true right here?
What?
The Sonia's husband is the RSO?
I have no idea.
Sad and true. Truth is truth. Is that true, Brock? I'll look into that. Thank you for letting us know that. I think I heard that early on, but I didn't know if that was truthful.
But anyway, they update their website throughout the day. And so if there's any changes, if somebody bonds out or if somebody is moved, then it reflects that. So
yeah, we'll make sure to look into that. I want to make sure before I say that's fact or not. Yeah. Brock, nothing against you. That's just what we do with everything. So I have something to back it up. Again, that's it for us right now. Pray way out. Dear Lord, thank you for what you do. Thank you for being faithful to us when we're not faithful to you. Let the bullying stop. Let answers come to Summer's case. Let all these people, these RSOs, if they're in law enforcement, there's more of them, let it come to light. Let justice be served, and let this darkness be swept away. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice.
But justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate.
Till next time, y'all keep on cracking. God bless. We might be back later.
See ya.
Feel good. 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 Feel good, feel good, feel good. Feel good, feel good, feel good.